Ocean Airlines Airbus A390. Imagine boarding a plane that feels more like a flying city than an aircraft. Meet the concept of the Ocean Airlines Airbus A390, a massive triple-deck jet designed to carry nearly 1,000 passengers in one journey. Instead of cramming people into tight rows, this aircraft spreads them across 3 full levels, opening the door for lounges, premium cabins, and entirely new travel experiences. Powering this giant are 6 Rolls-Royce engines, built to handle ultra-long-haul routes of up to 7,500 miles. The goal? Move huge numbers of people efficiently while still improving fuel performance on high-demand routes. But there's a catch. A plane this large can't just land anywhere. It would require runways stretching around 1.2 miles and significant airport upgrades just to operate safely. That means only a handful of airports worldwide could support it, at least for now. The A390 is still just a concept, surrounded by speculation. Airlines like Lufthansa and Emirates have been linked to early interest, but nothing is confirmed. For this aircraft to become reality, global infrastructure would need to evolve alongside it. If it ever takes off, though, it could completely reshape how we think about long-distance travel. And just when you think aviation innovation has peaked, at NVIDIA GTC 2026, CEO Jensen Huang shocked the crowd by stepping onto the stage with something no one expected, a life-sized creation that blurred the line between technology and reality. Olaf Robot. Meet Olaf, but not the one you're used to. This version isn't controlled by wires or hidden operators. He moves on his own, walks freely, talks to people in real time. It's a fully autonomous robot inspired by Disney's Frozen, brought to life using NVIDIA's AI and robotics technology, all running on a compact onboard computer. But here's the interesting part. Before Olaf ever stepped onto a real stage, he learned everything in a virtual world. His walking, balance, and body movements were trained inside advanced physics simulations. Only after mastering those skills digitally, were they transferred into the physical robot. That's why the result feels so natural. He doesn't just move, he performs. He reacts, expresses emotions, and interacts with people like a real character. This isn't just a robot demo. It's a glimpse into the future NVIDIA is building, where machines learn in simulation first, and then operate effortlessly in the real world. Peugeot 208 Next Gen. Looking for a compact car that balances performance and efficiency? Let's take a closer look at the next generation Peugeot 208. Under the hood, you get 2 solid options. There's a 1.2-liter turbocharged petrol engine delivering around 130 horsepower and 230 Nm of torque. Perfect for everyday driving with a bit of punch. Prefer electric? There's also a fully electric version powered by a 50 kWh battery, offering a driving range of up to 350 kilometers on a single charge. On the road, the experience stays smooth and controlled. It comes with a 6-speed automatic transmission, front-wheel drive, and can reach speeds of about 150 kilometers per hour, more than enough for city and highway use. Step inside, and the cabin feels modern and intuitive. A 7-inch touchscreen sits at the center, supporting both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so your apps and navigation are always within reach. LimX Dynamics Tron 1. Meet the Tron 1 from LimX Dynamics, a robot built for experimentation, not everyday consumers. What makes it stand out? Flexibility. It can switch between multiple configurations, including point foot, sole foot, and even wheels. That means it's not locked into one way of moving, it adapts depending on the terrain. And that's where things get interesting. Whether it's climbing stairs, crossing uneven ground, or keeping balance in tricky situations, Tron 1 is designed to handle real-world challenges with surprising stability. But this isn't just about movement. Tron 1 is built for developers and researchers. It supports Python programming and comes with an open SDK, making it ideal for reinforcement learning, simulation to real-world testing, and robotics education. First revealed in late 2024, it quickly caught attention for one reason. It shows just how fast bipedal robotics is advancing. This isn't a finished product. It's a glimpse into what robots are about to become. Rockwell OV-10 Bronco. Step into the cockpit of the Rockwell OV-10 Bronco, and suddenly, you're not just watching, you're flying. This aircraft stands out immediately. Twin turboprop engines, wide canopy views, and a design built for visibility. It wasn't made for luxury, it was built for real missions like reconnaissance and light attack. Inside the simulator, everything feels alive. Every switch, dial, and control is carefully modeled. The flight behavior responds naturally, making each movement feel precise and believable. But where the Bronco really shines is down low. It thrives at low altitude, hugging the terrain with confidence. You can lift off from short, uneven runways without a struggle, then settle into a smooth, controlled flight. Take it over mountains, valleys, or rough landscapes, it handles it all with stability. Tight maneuvers feel sharp, not forced. This isn't just a flight. It's a hands-on experience of a legendary aircraft, brought into a modern virtual world with stunning realism. Daher TBM 980. Meet the aircraft that's quietly outrunning expectations, the Daher TBM 980. This single-engine turboprop cruises at an impressive 330 knots, putting it right up against light jets. Step inside the cockpit, and it feels more like a high-end tech suite than a traditional flight deck. The Garmin G3000 system dominates the space, powered by 3 large 14-inch touchscreens that make control smooth and intuitive. Under the hood, it's driven by the PT6E66XT engine, pushing out 850 horsepower. Pair that with a 5-blade propeller and full FADEC control, and you get performance that's both powerful and efficient. The range? Around 1,730 nautical miles, while burning nearly half the fuel of comparable light jets. But it's not just about speed and efficiency. The TBM 980 brings modern comfort into the air. Think onboard Starlink connectivity, USB-C charging at every seat, and a system called HomeSafe. If the pilot becomes unable to continue, the aircraft can automatically navigate and land itself safely. Already EASA certified and entering service, this aircraft is built for business travelers who want jet-like speed without jet-level costs, and with safety systems that feel straight out of the future. Now here's something to think about. How many engines do you really need to fly fast? Griffith VTO. Back in the late 1950s, engineers were thinking way beyond conventional flight, and one idea pushed the limits of imagination. Meet the Griffith VTO, a wild British concept that aimed to combine two extremes, vertical takeoff and supersonic speed. The goal? An aircraft that could lift straight up from city centers, then blast across the Atlantic faster than anything before it. The design was nothing short of outrageous. In total, it packed 68 turbojets. Yes, 68. A set of 12 powerful engines mounted on rotating wingtips would handle forward flight, pushing the aircraft past Mach 2. Meanwhile, 56 smaller lift jets were dedicated purely to vertical takeoff and landing. In theory, it could carry 44 passengers from London to New York in just 2 hours. No long runways, no remote airports, just straight from the heart of one city to another. The concept came from engineer A. A. Griffith and even caught the attention of the UK's Stack Committee. On paper, it looked revolutionary. But reality stepped in. The fuel consumption would have been extreme. The noise alone would be overwhelming for urban areas. And maintaining dozens of engines on a single aircraft? A logistical nightmare. So despite its bold vision, the Griffith VTO never made it past the drawing board, remaining one of the most ambitious what-if ideas in aviation history. Cargo Bull SKO. Keeping cargo cold isn't just about turning on a fridge, it's a precision game played over thousands of miles. Meet the Cargo Bull SKO, a trailer engineered for one job: protecting temperature-sensitive goods no matter the conditions. From fresh food to critical pharmaceuticals, this system is built to keep everything stable from start to finish. At its core is a highly insulated body that shields the cargo from outside heat or freezing temperatures. Whether it's a scorching highway or a cold winter route, the inside climate stays controlled. But insulation alone isn't enough. A powerful refrigeration unit works alongside intelligent airflow channels, pushing cold air evenly through every corner of the trailer. No hot spots, no weak zones, just consistent cooling throughout. And it doesn't stop there. Built-in telematics give operators real-time data on temperature and performance. That means quick adjustments, fewer risks, and smoother logistics on tight schedules. Some models go even further with multi-temperature zones. Different goods, different requirements, all transported together without compromise.
Spaceship, a home that looks like it belongs in a sci-fi movie, but it's real. This elevated house immediately grabs attention with its bold, unconventional design. It stands about 13 feet above the ground. At first glance, you might think it's built for flood protection, but the real purpose is much more exciting. It's all about the view. The structure is made using 3 prefabricated wooden modules. These are mounted onto a strong metal frame and wrapped in sleek steel panels. This smart construction method made a huge difference, allowing the entire project, inside and out, to be completed in just 2 months. Step inside, and the modern feel continues. The furniture is clean and minimal, but the real highlight is the technology. The home is fully equipped with advanced smart systems, so you can control everything without even leaving your couch. And it's not just about looks and convenience. This is a passive house, built to be highly energy efficient, saving power while keeping the space comfortable year-round. ARIDGEA 868. Imagine traveling between cities, without ever touching a runway. Meet the ARIDGEA 868, a hybrid flying vehicle built to rethink how we move long distances. Developed by ARIDGE, previously known as Xpeng Aero, this aircraft isn't just another futuristic concept, it's designed to connect road travel with real aviation. Here's what makes it different. Most electric flying vehicles you see today are limited to short hops. The A868 takes a different approach. It combines electric propulsion with a range-extending system, allowing it to travel much farther than typical eVTOL designs. And it doesn't need a runway. With vertical takeoff and landing, it can lift off from tight urban spaces, rooftops, small pads, even compact hubs, making it practical for crowded cities as well as intercity routes. Freightliner Cascadia. Forget everything you know about traditional truck mirrors. This system completely changes the game. Instead of bulky side mirrors, the Freightliner Cascadia uses a smart camera setup. Small cameras sit above both doors, capturing everything along the sides and behind the truck. Inside the cab, crisp, high-resolution screens show the live feed, right where drivers need it. The result? A much wider and clearer view, without constantly leaning or adjusting your position to check blind spots. But it's not just about convenience. These cameras are built to handle tough conditions. Infrared support keeps visibility strong in low light, while special hydrophobic coatings help repel rain and dirt. Whether it's night driving or bad weather, the view stays reliable. What really makes this system stand out is how it works with the truck's safety features. Nightscope K7. Security isn't just about guards and cameras anymore, it's getting smarter. Meet the Nightscope K7, a fully autonomous security robot built to patrol massive outdoor spaces where humans can't always be present. Think industrial sites, logistics hubs, and wide transportation areas. This machine doesn't just roam, it observes. Using AI-driven sensors, it constantly scans its surroundings, picking up anything unusual and reacting instantly. No delays, no distractions, and the best part? It doesn't stop. Day or night, the K7 keeps moving, delivering non-stop monitoring without fatigue. Rough terrain? Not a problem. Its off-road design allows it to handle uneven ground while staying reliable and stable on patrol. But here's the key, it's not here to replace human security. It works alongside it. The K7 feeds real-time data back to teams, helping them make faster, smarter decisions when it matters most. This is where security is heading. More intelligent systems, less guesswork, and stronger protection for large-scale environments. Klasarov Acro. Imagine a flying machine built not for travel, but for pure fun. Meet the Klasarov Acro, an ultralight, single-seat electric concept that rethinks what personal flight can feel like. Instead of focusing on getting from point A to B, this aircraft is all about the experience in between. Designed by French creator Emmanuel Klasarov, the Acro introduces an unusual system called cycloidal rotors. In simple terms, it can push itself in almost any direction instantly. That means tighter control, smoother hovering, and even the ability to perform controlled aerobatic moves in the air. And because it runs entirely on batteries, it stays compact and surprisingly quiet. It can lift off, hover, and land in tight spaces, Yes, even something like a yacht deck. Inside the cockpit, things feel more like a game than a traditional aircraft. Dual joysticks handle movement, while AI-assisted modes help stabilize the ride.
LTA Pathfinder. What if the future of flight isn't about going faster, but going smarter? Meet the LTA Pathfinder, a new kind of aircraft that's quietly changing how we think about transportation. Instead of burning massive amounts of fuel to chase speed, this airship focuses on efficiency, reach, and sustainability. It lifts using helium and moves with electric propulsion, cutting down the need for traditional aviation fuel. That means cleaner travel and far lower energy consumption. But what really sets it apart is its design. The structure is huge, yet surprisingly lightweight, built from advanced materials that allow it to stay in the air for long periods without draining resources. And here's the game changer: it doesn't need a runway. Unlike airplanes that rely on large airports, the Pathfinder can operate in places where infrastructure simply doesn't exist. Remote regions, isolated communities, hard-to-reach areas. This airship can connect them all.
City Transformer CT2. Imagine a car that adjusts itself to the city, instead of forcing the city to adjust it. Meet the City Transformer CT2, a micro-electric vehicle designed for tight streets and crowded traffic. Here's the clever part: with a single tap, the car actually changes its width. In narrow mode, it shrinks down to just 1 meter wide. That means you can glide through traffic jams and squeeze into parking spots most cars wouldn't even attempt. But when you need more stability, it expands to 1.3 meters. Now it feels more like a traditional car, balanced, secure, and capable of reaching speeds up to 90 kilometers per hour. Despite its compact size, only about 2.5 meters long, it still fits 2 passengers in a tandem seating setup. And it's not stripped down either. You get disc brakes, air conditioning, built-in safety systems, and advanced driver assistance features. Under the hood, it's fully electric. One charge gives you a range between 120 and 180 kilometers, perfect for everyday city driving. This isn't just a small car. It's a rethink of how vehicles should work in urban spaces. Compact when you need flexibility. Stable when you need performance. The Court 2 proves that the future of city transport isn't bigger, it's smarter. Yamaha Motoroid. Meet the Yamaha Motoroid, a motorcycle unlike anything you've seen. This futuristic ride isn't just smart, it's almost alive. It balances itself, understands your commands, and even communicates without words. With advanced AI and haptic feedback, the Motoroid reacts to you like a companion, not just a machine. It can follow you, respond to gestures, and project info right in the air. Riding it feels like stepping into the future. Yamaha has designed the Motoroid to go beyond traditional motorcycles, blending cutting-edge technology with intuitive design. It's more than a bike, it's a new way to connect with a machine. Kawasaki Alice System. Imagine a world where your entire journey happens without switching vehicles. No taxis, no waiting, no transfers. That's the idea behind the Kawasaki Alice System. Instead of jumping between cars, trains, or planes, you step into a single smart cabin. You enter your destination once, and that's it. The system takes over from there. This autonomous cabin isn't limited to just roads. It's designed to move across land, connect with sea transport, and even transition into air travel. Everything is synchronized behind the scenes, so your trip feels like one smooth, uninterrupted ride. No confusion, no delays, just continuous movement. What makes it even more impressive is the focus on clean energy. The system is built around technologies like hydrogen power, aiming to cut emissions while keeping performance efficient. But it's not just about sustainability, it's about experience. Advanced connectivity allows the system to adapt to you. Routes adjust in real time. Comfort settings can be personalized.
Harsh HH6 Hook Loader. The Harsh HH6 Hook Loader proves that heavy-duty container handling doesn't always require a massive truck. Designed for vehicles around 7.5 tons GVW, this compact system brings serious lifting performance to smaller transport platforms. Despite its size, the HH6 can lift up to 6 tons and is built to handle containers measuring between 3.8 and 4.3 meters in length. That makes it a practical solution for operators who need strong performance without upgrading to larger, more expensive trucks. Its loading mechanism uses a single lifting cylinder paired with an articulating arm, creating a smooth and efficient loading process. To keep operation secure, the system includes mechanical hook retention and external hydraulic locking, helping ensure containers stay firmly in place during transport and unloading. Regent Sea Glider. Imagine gliding just above the ocean, faster than a boat, quieter than a plane, and powered entirely by electricity. That's the idea behind the Regent Sea Glider, a new kind of coastal transport built for speed, efficiency, and zero emissions. Instead of sticking to one technology, this vehicle blends several. It starts on the water like a boat, lifts with hydrofoils, and then transitions into low-altitude flight using ground effect, flying just 30 to 60 feet above the surface where air resistance is dramatically reduced. The main model, called the Viceroy, is designed to carry 12 passengers along with 2 crew members. It cruises at around 160 knots and can travel up to 160 nautical miles on a single charge, making it ideal for short regional routes across coastlines. In terms of size, it's about 55 feet long with a wingspan of 65 feet.
Globe 55-ton hydraulic flip axle. When it comes to hauling massive equipment, flexibility matters just as much as raw strength, and that's exactly where the Globe 55-ton hydraulic flip axle stands out. Built for serious heavy-duty transport, this lowboy trailer is engineered to handle loads up to 55 tons, making it a dependable option for contractors and operators moving oversized machinery. What makes it especially useful is the hydraulic flip axle system. Instead of being locked into one setup, operators can adjust the axle configuration to better match different hauling requirements. That added versatility makes the trailer more adaptable across a wide range of jobs. Loading equipment is also easier thanks to its low 18-inch deck height, which reduces loading angle and helps improve stability during transport. Integrated front ramps further streamline the loading process, especially when dealing with large tracked or wheeled machines.
EcoFlow Blade Robotic. Meet the EcoFlow Blade Robotic Mower, a next-gen lawn robot built to do far more than just cut grass. What makes it stand out is its smart navigation system. Using a mix of optical sensors, lidar, and GPS, it maps your yard, detects obstacles in real time, and calculates the most efficient mowing route on its own. No random bumping around, no wasted passes. And if mowing isn't enough, there's an optional yard sweeper kit that turns it into a cleanup machine, collecting leaves, sticks, and loose debris while it works. Setup is surprisingly simple too. Unlike many robotic mowers, the EcoFlow blade doesn't need boundary wires or underground cable installation. You can define and adjust mowing zones directly from your phone through the EcoFlow app. Inside the app, you can control cutting height, monitor battery status, and even track the mower's live location whenever needed.
BPWHESTAL CargoMaster. Here's something that completely changes how cargo is secured on trucks, and it solves a problem drivers have dealt with for years. Traditional load securing often forces drivers to climb into trailers, adjust straps manually, and work in risky conditions. It's slow, uncomfortable, and not always safe. Now imagine doing all of that without stepping inside the trailer. That's exactly what the BPW HESTAL CargoMaster system is built for. Instead of loose straps and manual setups, this system mounts everything overhead. Straps, nets, or even PVC sheets are suspended from the trailer roof. When you don't need them, they retract neatly out of the way, keeping the space clean and organized. There are 2 different mounting styles depending on how flexible you need the setup to be. The first option uses fixed attachment points. It's simple, stable, and ideal for consistent cargo types. The second option adds a sliding rail system with a guided roller. Jet suit race. Engines ignite, the ground shakes, and in seconds, humans take off like rockets. Welcome to the world of jet suit racing, where technology turns people into flying machines. Pilots strap into compact exoskeletons fitted with powerful jet engines. No wings, no cockpit, just raw thrust and precise control. With every movement of their arms, they steer through the air. Then the race begins. Courses are tight and unforgiving. Racers weave through suspended gates, skim past obstacles, and climb sharply into the sky before diving back down at high speed. One small mistake, and it's over. But that's what makes it incredible to watch. This isn't just a sport, it's a fusion of extreme adrenaline and advanced aviation. Speed, balance, and split-second decision-making all collide in mid-air. From vertical takeoffs to aggressive turns that feel almost impossible, every moment pushes both machine and pilot to the limit. And behind it all are fearless competitors, constantly testing how far human flight can go. Because in jet suit racing, the sky isn't the limit anymore. It's just the starting line. Sunday Robotics Memo. Imagine a robot that doesn't try to look human, it just gets things done. Meet the Sunday Robotics Memo, a home assistant built for real life, not showrooms. Instead of legs, it moves on a smooth-wheeled base, paired with an adjustable column that lets it reach from the floor all the way up to your counters. Simple design, but incredibly effective. What makes Memo different is how it learns. Its AI has been trained on millions of hours of real human activity. That means it doesn't just follow commands, it understands how tasks are actually done in everyday homes. We're talking about folding laundry, loading the dishwasher, organizing clutter, even making your morning coffee. And it doesn't stop there. Memo adapts. New house? Different layout? It figures things out and improves over time. The design is also built with safety in mind. A soft outer body and stable movement allow it to navigate tight, messy, or unpredictable spaces without causing problems. It's made to live with you, not just work around you. This is where home robotics starts to feel practical. Less about futuristic hype, more about real, useful help. Sunday Robotics is preparing to roll out a family beta program soon, giving early users a chance to bring Memo into their homes before a wider launch. And if this is the direction robots are heading, daily life might be about to get a whole lot easier. Ebo Max Family Bot. Imagine a robot that doesn't just sit in one corner. It moves, watches, and stays connected with your entire home. This is the Ebo Max Family Bot. Small in size, but surprisingly capable. It travels room to room on its own, keeping an eye on things while you're away or even when you're just in another part of the house. Over time, it starts to learn. It recognizes voices, adapts to daily routines, and responds in a way that feels natural. Not just programmed, familiar. Navigation is smooth and intelligent. It can patrol different areas, track motion, and even find specific people or pets when needed. Almost like having a mobile set of eyes that never gets tired. The built-in 4K camera streams crystal clear video straight to your device. And with two-way audio, you can talk instantly, whether you're checking in or just saying hello. But it's not only about convenience. The system can detect unusual activity, long periods of inactivity, or potential emergencies, and alert you right away. What makes it stand out is how it combines multiple roles into one device. Doppelmayr-Garaventa. Traffic keeps getting worse. Roads are packed. Commutes are slower than ever. But what if the solution isn't on the ground at all? Look up. Across cities worldwide, a new transport system is quietly taking shape in the sky. Developed by the Doppelmayr-Garaventa Group, aerial cable transit is no longer just for mountains or tourist spots, it's becoming part of daily urban travel. Instead of adding more buses and cars to already crowded streets, these systems move people above it all. Gondolas and cable cars glide over traffic, rivers, and dense neighborhoods without stopping at intersections or getting stuck in jams. The biggest advantage? Consistency. These systems run continuously, so there's no waiting for the next ride. Movement stays smooth, steady, and predictable throughout the day. They're also surprisingly efficient. Compared to traditional infrastructure, they require far less construction on the ground. That means lower costs, less disruption, and a much smaller environmental footprint. And as cities expand, that matters more than ever. Urban congestion isn't slowing down, but solutions like this are changing the game. By shifting transportation into the air, cities are unlocking a new layer of mobility, one that's faster, cleaner, and built for the future. Emo AI BI Pocket Pet. Meet a tiny companion that feels more alive than you'd expect. This is the Emo AB Pocket Pet, a small AI-powered robot built to fit right in your pocket or sit comfortably on your desk. But don't let the size fool you. It's designed to interact, respond, and even show personality. Talk to it, and it talks back. It can answer questions, recognize your voice, and react in ways that feel surprisingly natural. Over time, it starts to remember you, how you speak, how you interact, and adjusts its behavior to match. But this isn't just about smart tech. It's about connection. Emo can sing, dance, crack jokes, and express emotions through its movements and reactions. Those little details make it feel less like a device, and more like a digital pet with its own quirks. Take it anywhere, on your desk, in your room, or on the go. It stays active and engaging wherever you are. Instead of focusing on productivity, this AI is all about fun, personality, and everyday interaction. It's a different kind of technology, one that's designed to keep you company. Sherp Arc. Meet a machine that doesn't care where the road ends, because it doesn't need one. The Sherp Arc 3400 is built for places most vehicles can't even reach. Deserts, frozen tundra, deep swamps, jagged rock, it moves through all of it without hesitation. At its core is a D24 Tier 4 final diesel engine, designed to deliver strong torque and dependable performance when conditions get extreme. But the real magic is in how it moves. Massive ultra-low pressure tires spread its weight, letting it glide over soft ground instead of sinking. Pair that with a 3-axis articulated steering system, and the Arc can crawl over uneven terrain, climb layered obstacles, and stay stable where other vehicles would fail. Speed isn't the priority here, but it still manages around 18.6 miles per hour on land. And when the terrain turns into water, it doesn't stop. It keeps going at about 3.7 miles per hour, fully amphibious with zero prep required. Inside, it's just as capable. The Arc 3400 can haul up to 7,500 pounds of cargo or be configured to carry as many as 22 passengers. Whether it's a mobile lab, rescue unit, or expedition base, the modular design adapts to the mission. Silverwing Personal Flight S1. Imagine skipping traffic completely, and just lifting straight into the sky. This is the Silverwing Personal Flight S1, a compact, single-seat flying machine built for one purpose: personal air travel made simple. Developed by Delft University of Technology for the Boeing Go Fly competition, it's a glimpse of how we might move in the near future. Instead of a traditional cockpit, the pilot sits in a position similar to riding a motorcycle. It's minimal, direct, and designed for full control without complexity. Power comes from 2 electric motors paired with ducted rotors. These allow the aircraft to lift straight up like a drone, then smoothly tilt forward into forward flight. This tail-sitter design means no runway is needed. Just take off vertically, lean forward, and go. And it's not just about getting airborne. The S1 is built to be efficient and quiet, reducing noise while maintaining stability in the air. In terms of performance, it can reach speeds of up to 140 kilometers per hour. It supports a pilot weighing up to 90 kilograms and can stay in the air for around 30 minutes on a single charge. A solid step toward practical personal flight. What really makes it stand out is how accessible it aims to be.